Yeah, that would be gnarly, bro.
How was your trip? I bought a new phone with all my money.
Yeah, that's how the trip was. We got a brand new phone that I didn't want, and you know,
Lost all of mine.
yeah, these look like pretty good fries. What's up, everybody? Punk rock review in person, grabbing some lunch. This is our last day in Vegas. He got here last night. We met up, had a dinner, hung out for a little while. Pretty awesome, man. But it's been a crazy week. But we're just gonna film a little bit of a hangout session, and then we're gonna go over to the Punk Rock Museum. We have a guided tour with this fella, Blue Intruder. So we're gonna go follow those guys some more. Ran into Fat Mike yesterday and hijacked the tour with the dude from Less Than Jake. What's Chris's last name?
DeMakes.
What was it?
DeMakes.
DeMakes. I couldn't tell if it was DeMakes or DeMarcus.
I always thought it was DeMarcus, and there's not even an R in there, and he named his podcast Chris DeMakes the podcast. So
I like that. That's clever. Yeah, he was a nice dude. I'm the official photographer of the Punk Rock Museum. Dude, that was wild, man.
You just emerged in your natural habitat over there.
You know what I'm saying? I really did feel pretty confident and comfortable, rather. I guess confident is not the right word. I felt comfortable. I was like, man, I'm not really worried about these fools. So what day are you going home? Sunday night?
Sunday, yeah. Tomorrow it's really Sunday's gonna be kind of a just play it by ear kind of day.
Today is a weird one for us, so as soon as the tour's over, we're gonna have to like hop on out of there probably. And it depends on how long it takes. If he takes an hour, we got a few minutes, but if he's like a 2-hour guy, we're gonna have to bounce up out of there. I don't want to miss the like trolley or whatever and have to like, dude, I don't want to have a thing, you know? Pretty good burger. How's yours? All right, sir, so it's time for some questions. Sorry, baby. Who are you going to be seeing this weekend? Like, who all are you stoked to see?
So right off the bat, first band of the day is the Ataris.
Yo, what? When?
So the first band is Phoenix TX, and I like them, but I'm going to get in this position for the Ataris.
Nice. Yeah, I know you like the Ataris quite a bit.
Yeah, so I'm looking for them. Obviously, I've never seen Blink or Green Day. See both
Ever?
of them on the same night is going to be pretty awesome.
Did you hear about the club show? What happened?
Well, the announcements.
Like, okay, so last night Green Day played a club show. They premiered a new song.
Yep.
Okay, did you hear about the tour?
I saw that they announced it too. I didn't get any of the details. I just saw the
Damn.
Instagram thing.
It's Green Day, the Linda Lindas, with Smashing Pumpkins and Rancid.
Oh, shoot.
What a weird
Yeah.
lineup. Like, okay, look,
These
Rancid,
little kids, these two 90s bands. Well,
Rancid, the Linda Lindas, and Green Day, I can see that
Yeah.
tour making sense. What's up with the Smashing Pumpkins being on it?
yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Weird.
Like, unless it's like literally, I don't know, like 90s nostalgia with those three
I
bands.
guess that's
but-
what it is, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, congratulations to the Linda Lindas, man. That's
Yeah, the tour.
That is a bananas tour to be on for like those young kids.
They
They're
basically
young.
got-
They're like 15
Yeah,
or
they're
something.
like kids. They basically got like what the Interrupter spot was on the Weezer Green Day tour. That's kind of like the spot that they landed.
That's a tour I wish I could have seen.
Especially like when everything was reopening back up and all that. You know?
Right? Because
My daughter was super into the Interrupters, like in that little. So every time they post something on YouTube or anything, she was feeding it to me.
it's a good gateway band for youngsters. Their lyrics aren't too harsh. I don't recall them really saying the F word a whole bunch, which for me, having a 9-year-old daughter is super nice because I can just give her the record and listen to it. Like, even Rancid stuff, occasionally I'm like, okay, that's a little much for her. But the Interrupters, and that's kind of why I did that little video, because I was like, I was feeling weird about them all of a sudden, and I was like, I gotta look into this and see if I can figure out what's the deal. And then I did my due diligence, man. I did a bunch of reading, I watched a bunch of interviews, and then I felt kind of stupid about it, but I was like, yo, I'm just gonna call myself out on my bullshit, nobody else can. Like, it is what it is, man. I made a judgment call, it was wrong, whatever. It wasn't like I was trashing the band. I never did that.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't know about these guys anymore. They did this. It's so dumb. Especially finding out that what they did is nothing like what I thought. Because I was told by a lot of different sources, oh no, Tim set that band up like this. And that didn't happen. They met at a show on the, like they were playing like supporting other
You were
bands.
touring with Sugar Ray, right?
Yeah, Sugar Ray, that's
Sugar
what it
Ray,
was.
yeah.
So Tim had nothing to do with that. And I'm glad to find that out because I felt, as stupid as it is, it made me feel like, oh, that's weird. Like,
I think he was still like a common friend between them. Like prior, like he was still in both parties independently.
Probably.
Because they were like a band. The brothers were like a band. Yeah.
and they always did the Tim Time Bomb thing.
Yeah. Like went back a while. I didn't realize I'd seen Kevin a few times on some. I think on one of the Transplants tours. He was, he was a guitarist.
Yeah, and then there was one of those dudes, I don't know if it's the guy that's in the Interrupters, but it might be a touring guy. The keyboardist.
That poor guy. Just put him in the band. He's in every video. Just put him
I know.
in the band.
One of the touring guys was the keyboardist for Rancid. But I mean, that whole crew is like a bunch of friends. I don't know, I guess the way it was presented to me was super weird because I was like, what? You didn't like form the band, somebody else formed the band? And like that to me sounds like Baby Metal or American Idol, things that I don't care about or appreciate.
Yeah.
But you know, meeting somebody and having them go, hey yo, this is my friend so and so, is quite a bit different than, hey, I got this idea for a band.
Like a Spengali. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so you're seeing Blink and Green Day. Who else are you seeing, and who are you excited about seeing this weekend?
Okay, so talking about Less Than Jake, they're going to get a bit of an abbreviated sort of view by me. Do you remember Something Corporate from back in the day? They were like the pop punk band that had a piano on stage with them. Well, they have not played together in like 14 years. So
Are they gonna be playing?
tonight's their warm-up show. Tonight's their real reunion, and then tomorrow, they're going to play the next 2 nights.
I remember the name. I remember a band that was like having a piano, but I don't know that I ever heard them much.
Yeah. So you got them. Got Rise Against, who I've always liked. Being
good band.
Being in the pit for them.
Good price.
Sum 41, which is on the last round of shows.
What a ridiculous show this is.
So I was talking to a girl right now. She's going tonight. There's a Sum 41 side show, like a small show, and then she was going to the one tomorrow night. You asked me now. I'm freezing up. I've been hyping all this all week.
That happens to me too. You get put on the spot. I'm like, brown. You're like, what? What does that mean? I asked you if you were hungry. I'm like, oh shit.
That's what I said, brown.
Where's
Free
my
brown.
I have that little app that has the. Oh, there it is. It's got the lineup on it, which I meticulously studied and trying to. Okay,
So it's got everything broken down.
Yeah. So I got. So the Movie Life. Do you remember the Movie Life from back in the day? Yeah, I have not listened to them in a long time. I don't know why Michelle Branch is on the tour. I don't know who's going to be watching her. But on Reddit, there's a thing about getting a circle pit going during the Michelle Branch.
I would do that.
Do you remember Finch? Obviously.
Yeah.
And then you remember Thrice.
Oh yeah, I love rice.
Yeah, you like Thrice. My Guys in Goldfinger. So MXPX. So I think
Man.
Mike will be pulling double duty because he'll be playing with MXPX and then he'll be with Goldfinger. You remember Reliant K? That like Christian pop punk band? Yeah. Saves the Day.
Dude, if they, oh my goodness, if they play stuff off of Tubi, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, so
What does he say? Swallow your eyeball down in my core or something. That guy had some really good lyrics. Sorry.
Simple Plan. Remember Simple Plan?
Oh yeah, man.
Legends.
Dude. I don't know how I feel about Simple Plan. Like I kind of hate him, kind of like him.
And you know who's gonna get the axe from me? A band I really do like is Bowling Pursuit, but they are literally sandwiched between Blink and Green Day. Like there's no one's gonna see any of these bands. Like
No.
Lit, like Stacy, who I kind of like, Kenny Hoopla, who does always do stuff with Travis. Travis is
I
gonna
thought the Kenny Hoopla heavy, dude.
Travis is gonna snake his crowd because then everyone's gonna shoot on over to Green Day.
Go back
The
over?
Yeah, Offspring.
Oh damn, dude. This is a ridiculous lineup. No
Rise
wonder
Against,
it's
Sum
so
41,
much.
Old Time Low. I don't really like, but
Yeah.
at least they're Newfound Glory inspired.
Right.
Newfound Glory. Yellow Card for the first time in many years. I think is
think
played.
they did.
I saw them on the. I saw all these bands like Warp Tour in like 03, 04. And then the
Ocean City soundtrack is
yeah.
good.
The other one,
Magnolia Park's
I was
pretty
gonna say
good.
Magnolia Park is the one of the modern band. That's the one.
I was
I'm
gonna
most
say
interested
they're,
in.
they're more like a now band.
Yeah, they're like, and I really
Knuckle
like their
Puck.
stuff. Knuckle Puck, yeah. Knuckle Puck, Finch.
I
Hot
like
Mulligan, if you've ever seen them,
Who?
they're kind of cool. Hot Mulligan, they're like They're like a pop punk band with like pop punk screamo kind of. I saw them on a.
I think I've heard them before on like a playlist on Spotify.
Gym Class Heroes, who a lot of people like.
Oh, I fuck with Gym Class Heroes.
Yeah, I'm not that into them. And then Plain White Tees, who I saw once at the Warped Tour with like 10 people watching them, and a year later they're hey there,
That's that band. Okay.
And then have you heard the Front Bottoms?
No, but I like the name.
Yeah, they're very vulgar lyrics. It's great. Yeah, that's basically it.
That's a pretty ridiculous lineup.
Zebrahead's on it. Remember Zebrahead?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This year was more like the theme is more pop punk. Last year it was more like emo. So like it was like there was still cool
Was
stuff.
it MCR last year?
MCR was the head. Like MCR, you also had like Avril and Paramore, which you don't really have anything like that this year.
I don't like either of those
But
artists, so I don't.
you also had AFI, and then you had Alkaline Trio.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Who like those two bands could totally been on this year.
I remember that. Oh yeah.
The AFI footage is cool because the way the sun is set up, it was like right at sunset, right in Davie. Like it must have been miserable for Davie, but
Yeah.
talk about a perfect setting if you're gonna see AFI during the day with
For
like
real.
literally a sunset on him.
Have you heard the new Alkaline song? It's good.
I don't know why, punk rock, pop punk. Can you not make so much news in 1 week when I'm traveling so I can just sit back?
Dude, that is
the Blink album
exactly-
came out this morning. I haven't heard.
I heard it yesterday. Dude, that is the exact thing I was talking about. Menzingers dropped a new album. Alkaline's got a new song. Green Day's got a new song. They're gonna do a tour. Blink's new album drop. I'm like, yo, chill, bro. Because I have to edit all this footage too. So I gotta come home. And this footage won't even drop for probably 2 weeks. Which sucks because I wanted to have some of it up. I might have some of it up like this week.
Right.
But it'll probably be like shorts, things I can do really quickly.
It's driving me nuts that now that I actually haven't been back to my channel. I've always like, oh wait, I don't want to listen to that now. I want to save it for the channel, and I end up missing stuff because I'm like saving it for the channel.
Me too.
And I just like if I want to listen to something, just listen to it. You can listen to it again on the channel. Like
Although
there's no rules.
I will say you were more diligent about waiting.
Yeah.
I have a different schedule than you though. I'm fortunate, dude. On a Friday morning, I can wake up. If I need to, I can wake up at 7 in the morning, crank out some videos, and then go to work at night.
When I was doing the Twitch streams, I would do the Friday night streams. That was my way. Like, okay, so all this new stuff would be released Friday, and then Twitch just kind of like sucks to do.
Do what?
Twitch is kind of like it's so hard to pick up moments. There's that Twitch con going on this week. Have you noticed that? Yeah, there's like a big Twitch convention in town. So it's
That's
like
stupid.
It's funny. So the Twitch con is here, and then the pop punkers and the emo kids. So if you've hated 20-year-olds anytime in the last like 15 years, you hate everyone in Vegas straight
Yeah,
now.
this place has been pretty wild, man. I've been having a blast though. This is the first time. Like I know I've said it before, but I don't know how many people on the channel really understand. I've never traveled. This is my first time out of Texas. My first time flying. My first time at a casino. My first time at a slot machine. My first time at a roulette table. Like, I've never done any of that shit. I've never been inside of a steakhouse like that. It's been wild. Grand Canyon?
That's wild.
Almost forgot about that.
I know. The fact that we didn't lose our ass in gambling is crazy.
It's good. You get to gamble quite a bit too, so you get to like enjoy it. Have the fun of it without the stress.
Oh, dude, we probably spent. We made money as a couple, but we probably spent 6 total hours gambling and didn't take a loss.
Let's do it.
Shit, if you take my solo gambling in, it's probably closer to like 8 or 10 hours. I was down there for a while by myself. I was just being patient.
I'm gonna pop back out with you.
Yes. It was cute how y'all did
Got
that.
this
Like
like synchronized
sync.
it, yeah. Which was after that. Morphin time. First thing I said when I got this Apple Watch was like, "This was Zoran's gonna call me." The transport.
R.I.P. Tommy. Or, what was his name?
With the Green Ranger.
Yeah, no, his real name. Jason
Yeah,
David
he
Frank.
just passed away, huh? Like,
Yeah.
like 6 months ago. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Self-induced. Messed up, man. I was flabbergasted when I heard that. I've met that dude a couple times.
He was always at like Comic Cons.
Super nice guy. Really positive. when I heard that, it like shook me. I was like, what? I was like, that guy? That's dope.
Kind of like Robin Williams.
That one's still weird. Yeah. That's still so odd, right?
Yeah, I don't get it. But if you listen to his comedy, you can tell something's up.
Yeah.
Comedy is usually dark. Like even
That's what I mean,
even
like
joyous
he's-
comedy is always dark. Like,
That's what I mean. Like, but his is like a particular brand of dark, and his facial expressions. Like when I think about it and I look at it in hindsight, you can see it in his eyes. He looks miserable. He's smiling, but his eyes aren't. You know what I'm saying? Like that silly clown painting. That clown's smiling, but his eyes aren't. My uncle painted it. He must have been going through something. I don't know. Yeah, I got this clown painting that my uncle did in like the late 70s.
Oh wow.
And it's like a very realistic painting. He was a good artist, or is. He's alive still. But they hung it over my bed, bro. And it's like this guy's got like the grease paint on, but it's just shoulder up, no costume on. It's like he was getting ready or something. And it's bald head, all white, big eyes, big red smile painted on, but it's kind of not really smiling underneath it. And his eyes look all droopy. It's weird, bro. But I'll send you a picture when I get back to
It's funny, like how you get the inspiration for like that specific.
That's what I'm saying.
you
So
know?
like he must have been going through something. I'd love to ask him, but I'm kind of afraid to. It's not my business, you know.
Yeah.
Although, as a critiquer of art, a critic, you mean? Yeah, that's what I meant. Okay, cool. Critiquer. Word of the day, folks.
Critiquer of art.
Is that even a real word?
I think maybe. Critic. It's critic.
Yeah.
It's,
It changes in Las Vegas, 2023. Let's get weird. They're like, bro, you are weird. Sorry.
It's a safe party. Did that.
we're at the end point of the
Right.
process. We're the butterfly.
Bro.
We're the caterpillar.
Dude, it's weird being around Fat Mike. It's weird, man, because he's pretty legitimately like as close as you can get to like a rock star without being one.
A rock star that would like DM back. Yeah, like
Right.
it's about.
Even just like speaking like monetarily, like he's close to being like that kind of guy.
Yeah.
But he's still kind of a down to earth dude. Like
Yeah, no, he's got cash.
everything I was hearing though is like he's always up here hanging out. He's always chilling out, talking to people. When we were up there, he was acting like it was just normal for him to be around all these people that like him, and I thought that was cool. Like he wasn't being weird. He wasn't being a prima donna. He wasn't being shitty. He was like just talking to folks. Now he was in a weird mood for a minute because of personal stuff
Situation,
happening,
yeah.
but outside of that, super pleasant.
On the first day, did they say that like it was totally normal for him to just be like chilling on the couch,
sitting on the couch reading
just
a book.
chilling?
I think he's taking that like responsibility of curating that as like his, especially now with NoFX winding down, like that is his thing.
I think so,
That's
too.
his contribution. 'Cause the other music he makes, he's not really interested in making punk rock himself. If you notice.
Yeah, he's like in a band,
still-
he'll play bass.
Yeah.
Like Codependence dude, shout out to Chesky and Sam. Great band. I really like that band, but it's weird because he doesn't even really tour with them a lot.
Have you checked out the solo stuff he put out like in the last?
Koki?
No.
No.
The Fat Mike Gets Strung Out.
What is that? I thought it was strung out covers.
I think it's like orchestral stuff or something like that. I'm not sure. I haven't, because of what we were talking about the content thing, I haven't checked it out because.
So I've heard about it and I literally ignored it because I was like, I'm not a big strung out fan.
Yeah, and I think he does.
Oh wait,
like
it's strung out. I'm so stupid.
Yeah,
that is an
Mike
orchestral
Gets
thing.
Strung Out, and it's because. Yeah, and I haven't fully dove into it. That's my way of saying I don't know what the hell I'm talking about with this, but it is.
Dude, that's awesome. I can't believe I didn't even like at all catch that. My brain was like, nah, bro, we're not gonna let you make sense of things. I really genuinely thought it was like a strung out thing. I thought he was doing like. Well, I thought he was playing with members of Strung Out, and
it's
they
like
were doing like maybe covers of both bands or something. Because to me, that's what it sounded like. I was like, oh, Fat Mike Gets Strung Out. It's probably like an amalgamation of the two groups playing songs from each discography, and it may be like some gimme type stuff and just covering shit. But it makes way more sense that it would be him doing like a thing. I will absolutely go check that out.
Yeah.
You haven't heard it at all?
No, I haven't. It's been out for like 3-4 weeks.
I feel like I messed up not getting to that. It's okay though. There's so much.
You like the Koki stuff though?
I don't know, man. I've heard a little bit of it, but like,
It's a vibe.
It's super slow.
It's
and
more
like,
art than music, I would say.
That's okay.
You know
So
what I
like, do I appreciate it? 100%.
And it goes really well with the hepatitis bathtub. Like it's
Yes.
it's
Yes.
like
Yes.
almost like a soundtrack to
Yes.
it, I would say.
But it's like it's one of these things where I'm like, I like him because of NoFX.
Yes.
And so when he goes away from NoFX, I'm far less interested.
Which is really their last 3 albums are kind of just Cokie the Clown albums with no effects.
That's what it feels like to
Back.
me.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay.
And
I don't
it's
need
more
this.
serious. It's just yeah. It's
And I don't
different
mind
tone.
that. I don't mind his like more introspective lyrical content, his more less silly. It's just cool. I'm cool with that. But I love his bass playing and his singing with those guys. Like that's what is the attraction for me. But I mean, the bottom line is that I'm so far. How's the word? How do I say this? Like I'm so much more a fan of like the Rancid stuff in their world.
Yeah.
That whatever he's doing, I'll support it, whatever. But I'll never do it like I do either old NoFX or like Rancid stuff because like that's the crew I'm the most attracted to and want to spend my time trying to get involved with and whatever. But Fat Mike is probably one of my like top 5 punk rock like dudes, like icons, or whatever you want to call them, like
I think
figures
I
in
think
punk rock.
He's the top guy of like as far as figures, not necessarily of songs, but of like the celebrities.
Well, so-
I think he's pretty much like
I used to think it was Tim, and it's still pretty close because Tim's got Grammys, dude. Like
Yeah.
Fat Mike doesn't have Grammys, bro. Like I love Fat Mike, he don't have Grammys. Tim's got 2, I think. So now it's different
Yeah.
directions, but it's like, okay, well, what's more important? That, and then all of a sudden he did this museum, and I'm like, oh, okay, well that changes things because to me that's as important, or you know, the magnitude of like that museum is just as high as the magnitude of a Grammy Award to me, because it's both the same thing. You're giving art to a world via songs, helping artists get to these. I mean, dude, that Pink record, like, come on, like, I'm not a big Pink fan. Even I could listen to that record, but the museum, that's tangible in a different way. I get to go in and look at it, and you know, you want to be weird about it, I can go in there and pick up Tim's guitar. You know what I'm saying? So I do think you're right though. I just was gonna get there, but I always thought it was Tim, and then this museum came
I think
around.
Mike seeks it out a little more too. That's why he gets that title.
I
too.
do think that's true.
That's why he's like that's why he even though he's like you say like, oh, there's no more Sid Vicious or Dark. Well, no, that's you now. You're
Yeah.
that guy. Not that you're gonna die, but just you're
No, you're the rock star.
You're the rock star.
And it's funny because
our people.
He does seek it out, and then he goes no.
Yeah.
But Tim is more like on the low, like no, I don't really need all
Tim's
that.
more in the vein of like these like artistic '70s like recluse kind of artists.
Yeah, he's
more-
like hangs out by
He's
himself.
molded after like more of a New York. He's always been
He's
more New York
very
and London
New York, yeah.
than California.
Very much so.
Mike is just 100% California.
Yeah, I agree with that. Tim does all these paintings that I want. I just want one. That's why I wanted that poster, because it's a Tim artwork. It's a piece of Tim's artwork, and it's silkscreen. And then I've got one more thing. I gotta find it. It's in my closet somewhere. I boxed it up when I was moving. It's another Rancid thing. Remember that thing I got? I think it was yellow. It might not be yellow. It might be orange. But it's another silkscreen Rancid. I think it's a tour poster, and I don't even remember how I got it. But it's not big. It's like this big. But I need to find it. It's in one of my boxes. It might be rolled up in a tube.
I remember the red one.
No. That's something you bought me.
Yes,
That's
it
a
is.
piece of that's a print that he did. That's like numbered to like 100 or something.
Okay. Yeah.
Also, that thing, the value of that has gone up by like 5x since you got it. It's, I know, right? I mean, it's not for sale, but it's cool to know that I have
Glad
something.
I got it when it wasn't.
That's kind of what I was. That's what I was.
Hey, that estate sale when he goes, man, you're gonna
Right?
cash it on. Pretty good. I bet.
Yeah. There's some things that she probably won't let go of if I die first. That actually might be one of them. The rancid Out Come the Wolves first press might stay. Maybe the kids, they might stay. Parker's like, nah, what? Huh, glasses. Oh, what, Parker? You're 3. Well, now I'm 40 and I need glasses still. Whoa, that's weird, little guy. Dude, he's gonna be so big. Yeah, man. That Mike's doing something pretty great with this museum. I was already pretty confident that it was gonna be awesome. And in the moment that I walked in the front door, I was like the very first moment, I wish I could have had her filming me like a genuine my reaction to it because I walked in and I literally went, holy shit. Like immediately I was just like, wow. And I just was looking around and I mean, before I got 10 foot into the place, I was impressed. I was like, this is wild. Like, it's a very nice...
And he says he wants to curate it like a regular museum where it's rotating stuff out of, you know what I mean, as stuff as...
That's
you know.
good, and it sucks, because that means I'm going to have to come more often.
But I think
that's the whole...
why, yeah.
Well, they told us they have... Somebody, I think the girl upstairs in the jam room, told us they have a whole warehouse full of stuff that's not even there yet.
Yeah, in town, right, somewhere in town here, right? Yeah.
Somewhere, it's like a guarded warehouse, like they have security and whatnot, and like... I know that when we were there on Tuesday, we went back yesterday and it had already added, I think, 3 different things that we didn't see. And I think tonight, or today when we go over there here in a few minutes, I do believe they're going to have at least another 2 or 3 things that we haven't even seen yet. So there's going to be, from Tuesday to today, there's probably going to be half a dozen or more things that I can go, hey, this, and weren't even here when we first came. Because the whole upstairs was half empty. It's awesome, man. It's such a...
And that's like, I think that's the only, like, for sure in this country, that's the only thing like that exists. I know there's punk rock museums like in Germany and these other places, but that's the only thing in America.
Ain't none of it like this, I guarantee it. Because it's probably stuff you can't even touch in Germany, right? I mean, most of this, let's not be, like, people are saying like this place is completely interactive. It is, but it's not. You can go and like look at things, and they got stuff you can read, and there's really cool shit everywhere. A lot of, dude, the framing in this place, like, whoever framed it all, I do art, okay? I can tell you that there's a reason why the tours cost what they cost and the visits cost what they cost. And it ain't because Fat Mike's trying to get rich. That place is beautiful. Like, it is set up so nice. So, the framing alone, there's probably hundreds of thousands of dollars of frames in that building.
I'm curious, after like this like first 2 years of it, where it's people like us that are going, like, are the regular Vegas people gonna be like, is it something to do? You know, like, let's go check out the punk rock museum.
I think once I speculate that once it gets its initial rush, I think the price will calm down a little bit because it is a little expensive.
Then it can be more of just a regular touristy.
That people that are like living here can go do it. If it had like I don't have any complaints about it at all. The price is whatever. I'm not even tripping. We had so much fun that like the price, honestly, I feel like it was a kind of a deal. But it is like 40-something bucks, like just to walk around by yourself. Now you can be there for hours and hours and hours. You can film stuff. You can talk to people, hang out. You can read stuff. Like it's a legit place. Yeah, it's a whole day. If you want to spend $40 to go do something all day, you can go there and do it.
Pretty good for this town too. Actually.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Things considered.
I do think though, if they were smart, they would let it get its rush, and unless they had something absolutely insane to show people there. Because there's already some insane shit. If they got something that's crazier than what they've currently got, okay, whatever. But if not, like I say, drop the price down to like a $25 mark, where people that live here can just go in on a day off. Because I talked to a fair amount of people from the city, and none of them even knew it existed yet. Maybe a handful, maybe 2 or 3 of them knew about it. None of them had gone. And so I think it's mainly probably due to price. I think because when you're living here, man, like
I think there is a discount for locals.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Oh, I'm tripping. I mean, that would make sense.
Right.
So, you know, sometimes museums do special like entrance, like early bird hours for locals.
Oh, that would be amazing. That would be, dude. If I found out that that's the case, then I would say this is probably the coolest place you can go to if you're a punk rocker. Period.
Randy's gonna get a fake ID for Vegas just so he can.
I already did it. McLovin.
Or have you seen Vegas Vacation?
Oh yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, when the kid gets the ID and the guy's on the strip and he just puts the little ID at the over and takes the photo.
Oh yes, dude. That's
Papa Giorgio.
If that happened, if they had something like that, I would go do it just to say I did it. Yeah, that's the coolest place I've ever seen associated with punk rock, and it used to be. I used to think that my local clubs were the coolest places, but all the places that I grew up going are closed. So like,
well, I mean, what is really left then? This is new, and you could go to Gilman Street if you wanted to.
I would say Gilman's probably up there.
Less of a museum, but Gilman is an active place though.
Gilman's
too.
like an aura. You go there to like soak it in.
Yeah, just to like.
But CBGB's gone.
Yeah, CBGB's
all my local
department
places.
store now or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, it's so stupid. All my local places are gone. So for me, CBGB's is a top 5. Well, no longer available. My personal places are all gone. I couldn't take you there if you came to town.
I mean, like, there's other. I mean, like, I like to see like the Metro in Chicago would be kind of
Yeah, yeah. What's the other one in Chicago? The Fireside Bowl?
Fireside, yeah.
That's
that one would be a pilgrimage to go to.
Yeah,
That would be
because
like
AFI. My favorite thing I've ever seen is that place with the AFI show in like I think '99. They had blonde hair.
the one that's on YouTube.
The one I was chopping up and using.
Probably.
Yeah, yeah. The videos.
I love that show.
Man, I watched that like probably in its entirety.
There's
At
a
least
lot of good Alkaline Trio takes from there too.
yeah, all that Chicago stuff. There's probably some Lawrence Arm stuff in there too. I would think the Falcon maybe. All those bands are like incestuous. They all just kind of.
They're a bass player is likely to be touring with another band when someone's having a kid or something.
Let me look at what the Falcon is like a mishmash of like Alkaline Trio and Lawrence Arms. It's got Dan and it's got Brendan. Like that's, are you serious? Like what a band that is. Yeah, I think it's just a 3-piece. You see that shirt I made her? It's probably the best shirt I've ever made. Look at how good that came out. If I told you we bought that, it's believable.
Yeah,
Yeah, it came out so good. I'm really proud of that one. But I want to make her a larger one. That was the intent, was to make it larger, but it wouldn't fit on the screen right. I might have been able to do it, but I think it was high probability that it would have came out not as nice. And so I'm happy I did it like that. But yeah, it's a German, like I guess like punk rock and roll type band. She loves all that German shit. So okay, what's the story with all your German appreciation? Because I know when we were very first together, you went to Germany for 6 weeks for school.
Yes.
Is that where you got all your appreciation for the country?
Okay, it probably starts with my mom's best friend is from Germany, and she's from like a little place outside, and we would always go to her house for holidays and such. And so of course she had a bunch of German stuff all over the house. And for whatever reason, when I was like 10, I was like, oh, I'm going to learn German so that I can read this myself. Instead of asking her to read it, I'm going to learn an entire language so that I can read this.
Okay.
And so I took German in high school and then I did some in college too. And yeah, so I've just kind of always loved it. And actually this band I heard in high school.
Okay, so for everybody's listening, what's the band's name? I can't pronounce that.
Die Toten Hosen.
A little louder.
Die Toten Hosen.
Okay. The band's name's on the bottom, and then what's on the top? Is that the album
Bis zum
title?
letzten Ende.
Okay.
It's like their motto, and it's normally, it literally translates till the bitter end.
Okay, oh that makes sense. I can kind of see it.
And it's normally translated to You'll Never Walk Alone.
Okay, and so what's the band name mean? Does it mean anything?
Literally means the dead pants.
Hosen. I thought that was like pants.
So it literally means the dead pants, but apparently it's slang for like
shitty pants, shitty britches, shitty shorts. Sorry. Okay.
AZ Bob.
AZ Bob. Oh, AZ Bob, you bastard.
No,
Rob has no idea who AZ Bob is. We'll explain it in a second.
No, it's slang for like boring, nothing going on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the forgotten.
Kind of.
That kind of thing. Like the
Or like beatniks, it was like you go to a place and you're like, man, this place sucks, we should bounce. The pants are dead.
The pants are dead. Like the pants is kind of like almost like you would say suit here. Like the suits are dead. Like I think maybe that's
squares. Call them squares.
Yuppie suck basically. Kind of.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. I'll fuck with it. That's what's up.
Very
now that I know
rock,
it's interesting. We've been together for 13 years and change, and I've never knew why you learned German. I always wondered. I never knew it. I never really thought about it.
Yeah.
But if it crossed my mind, I would be like, I wonder why she even did. Because I would think in Texas you would think Spanish.
Yeah.
And I just never thought to ask you.
So senior
all
year,
these years, I never thought to even ask.
Senior year of high school, I was in German 4, Sign Language 2, and Spanish 1.
Oh wait, you were in German, Sign Language 2, Spanish 1.
Yes.
I heard I was in German 2, Sign Language or something, and I thought you were trying to learn German
English
Sign
teacher
Language.
is just so happy with you right now.
You know what?
I am so proud of you. Punctuation.
Bro, dude, okay, no. So for anybody
English
watching
teacher.
this, anybody's watching this later, because I am going to upload this in its entirety, unedited. If you want to comment and you want me to respond and not with a smart ass, like retort, punctuation, please, dude. It is so difficult, and I'm not saying to be rude. Like it's just difficult to read comments and really know people are trying to tell me when it's like a 14 lines long and not a single comma or period or capital letter anywhere. And I'm like, or even better, it's all caps. And I'm like, what does this mean? Are you yelling at me? Are you sad? Are you angry?
Right.
Dude, online punctuation on comment sections is the most infuriating thing in the entire world to me. But yes, I like to try to use punctuation if I can.
Just laughing. I just didn't peg you as like the person who would be a
No, that's
stickler.
no,
with
it is
punctuation. But I was-
stupid. No, it's really
it's
dumb, but it
hard,
actually
like, yeah.
it fits more
She
than you
speaks
know.
multiple languages. I mean, you know how to use a comma, but anyway,
Yeah.
so things are even there.
No, you'd be surprised. It does kind of fit me, really. Like that is because it's so dumb that it would be something.
Yeah,
that
I could see that with you too. Of just the thing you would focus on.
My mother's a foreign language teacher.
Oh.
So that's why her best friend was German, because the German was also teaching a German class. And I think at some point they had to share classrooms.
Yeah.
So
Oh, wow.
So you can speak German, though? Like,
A little bit. I bet
But,
10 years ago it was a little bit more, huh?
probably, yeah.
Stronger.
Yeah. But yeah, so I grew up with a very strong grounding in grammar and all of that stuff, because
Bilingualism, yeah.
between that and my grandmother was a librarian. So all of that comes
Dude,
together.
so much just got explained to me in like 2 minutes.
I'm pretty sure I've told you all of this before.
Hold on,
But
ma'am. I'm pretty sure I've told you about my just uncanny ability to remember nothing. My memory is so bad. Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm glad I at least have like a reason, because if I didn't, that would be wholly depressing. Like if my memory was just luck of the draw and my memory just wasn't good, that would suck.
it's nice though with you because you don't have to commit to anything that you agree to because you won't remember the thing the next time we talk about it. So we'll just reestablish the plan every time we talk.
There is a little bit of that. It's more of a problem than a benefit, but sometimes it does work out. I've had people tell me something and I look straight in their face and I'm like, dude, I don't know what you're talking about. And then they go, damn, you really don't. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And they're like, and then they re-explain it and I'll just be like, okay, cool, I'm good. But like, I didn't know that we talked about that. And they're just like, man, like some of our regulars at Alamo, it took them a while, but they're like, dude, this fucking guy's memory is terrible. I'm like, no, dude.
yeah.
Like this guy Brandon I'm friends with, it took me probably, shout out to Brandon Phillips, what's up, dog? It probably took me 15 like whole ass conversations over like the course of a few months to remember his name was Brandon. And I take his credit card, I run it, he signs it, I get it, I put it in my system, I get my tip out of it, and I still could not remember that his name was Brandon. One day he just walked up and it just clicked. I was like, Brandon. And he goes, what's up? I was like, nothing. I was, don't worry about it, bro. Yeah, it's all good though. Whatever. I give her a lot of crap for like the little quirky things that she does, but ultimately, so many benefits to the way, because the stuff that you were brought up doing with like the note taking and like if I need something written out, if I get something from her, I know I'm going to be able to read it, know what it means, and it's going to be accurate. And especially if it's like an itinerary of any kind, you go for it. Like she did all I was basically like, here's what we need to do and kind of when. Can you organize that, please? And then she got it all like, typed down on paper. Dude, this has been a blast, man. Y'all want to go ahead and go to the museum and kind of hang out for a little bit? We're early, but I think it's probably smart to be early. And we can, if worst case scenario, we can sit in the car, hang out, listen to music or something.
It is officially 1, 2, 3, 4, so I think that's a sign.
1, 2, 3, 4, go. I'm gonna hit the ladies' room real quick, and then we get up out of here. All right, everybody. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.